Ladies and gentlemen, the world's most advanced entertainment has now joined forces with the world's finest pizza. Welcome to Showbiz Pizza, where we're glad to meet you and greet you. Just the place to celebrate. We want you to enjoy yourself, so sit back and relax. We're gonna put a smile upon your face, so make sure that you keep your place full.
Hello people, and today, I'm gonna talk about the history of Showbiz Pizza. To let you know, this took quite a while and is just a sit-through of a video. No parts, just one big fat video. So before we start, I need you to know about Showbiz Pizza first. Showbiz Pizza Place was a kid's birthday party / entertainer with animatronic personified animals. They range from Duke LaRue, a dog drummer who hopes to be a professional drummer one day, a gorilla named Fats, a keyboardist that has a magical keyboard that can do any sound you have heard. Yes, I know you're thinking, can you play a MO? Never mind. Anyway, then there is a mouse girl that's for younger girls and the only girl singer in the band, Mitzi, or Mini Mozzarella. Next there is a beach bear, yeah, that's his name, that plays an electric guitar, and the personal favorite and the company mascot, Billy Bob, which is another bear but has a wood guitar that has yellow and red overalls but change sometimes, that I will explain later. That is also a warm-hearted character that many people think is cute and owns a gas station named Smitty's Super Service Station that has a almost watchdog, Billy Bob said, that was a drunk bird that drinks an edible gas Billy Bob and him made called Gasahol, and the bird's name is Looney Bird, that lives in a gas barrel. And a wolf man named Earl with a puppet named Schmurl, that was a surviving member of a other animatronic band named the Wolfpack 5, being called a Wolfman. And that concludes the whole band, called the Rock-afire Explosion. They made numerous songs interacting with each other and parodies of other famous songs. They opened about 200 locations. Now, on to the history. Showbiz Pizza wasn't just opened like right there, by a wealthy businessman that knew what to do. The idea first came from a place called the IAAPA, which is the International Association of Amusement Parks and Attractions, which there was a man named Aaron Fechter, who created animatronics / robotics for entertainment purposes. Before this, he made lots of animatronics that had very realistic movements that no one else could compete with. Then he showed off at the convention in 1979, and he met someone named Robert L. Brock, or Bob Brock, who had the Brock Hotel Corporation, and used to work for a company named Chuck E. Cheese Pizza Time Theater and wanted to expand the Pizza Time Theater, but Nolan Bushnell, the creator of Chuck E. Cheese, said, nah, making Brock break the contract. That meant he got sued. But why did he leave? He found Aaron do much better job than the Pizza Time Theater animatronics. Then he went with Aaron, to make a company with an already company Aaron had already made called Creative Engineering Inc., or CEI, for short, a supplier, Showbiz Pizza. Showbiz Pizza was first opened at March 3, 1980 on Kansas City, Missouri by the Brock Hotel Company. Yeah, I know it weird, a hotel company opened a family entertainment center with arcade games, and creative engineering as the supplier. It was as big as Pizza Time Theater, but was sued for Brock's breaking of the contract for leaving. However, when they opened the first location, they were still thinking of a band to put on the company, so they instead put the Wolfpack 5, that was a band Aaron Fechter at Creative Engineering already have done. So they did it, and they opened a second location. The second location actually had the Rock-afire Explosion with Duke, Fats, Beach Bear, Mitzi, Billy Bob as the mascot now, and Looney Bird. It was going great for them. The lawsuit of the pizza titans was still underway, making sure Showbiz Pizza made the money for settlement. By the early 1908s, Chuck E. Cheese dropped the Pizza Time Theater name, and at the Pizza Time Theater, they had portraits where the animatronic would pop out from there, thus no use for legs. And they dropped that, and made new walk-around costumes. They then remodeled good old Chuck with more features. Now back to Showbiz. It was great, they paid the settlement costs, they were still competitors, but the animatronics were much better performing via their movement. Overall, Showbiz was doing better than Chuck. Then, the staple of both Chuck E. Cheese and Showbiz Pizza crashed. More specifically, the video game crash of 1984, which is when people lost interest in video games. It was very huge for Chuck E. because Nolan spent all his money building Atari games for Chuck E. Cheese, making the Pizza Time Theater Incorporated brand and Chuck E. go bankrupt. It seemed like there was no way out. It looked like it was it. It looked like the Pizza Time Theater brand and the Chuck E. Cheese brand was done. But Showbiz Pizza actually wasn't affected. They mostly spent their money on the animatronics, but that doesn't mean they didn't spend any money on the video games. They were nice enough, and both the Pizza Time Theater Inc. and Showbiz Pizza merged into Showbiz Pizza Time Inc. into one company, but they still operated with the different names. They could now launch the stock market and could use both the walk-around costumes in the same restaurants. Now Chuck E. wasn't bankrupt. It was looking good for the company. Years passed and people went back into the video game market. They got more money back. Until in 1990. In 1990, the Showbiz Pizza Time Inc. company started to die down again. Then Chuck E. Cheese asked for the rights to the Rock-afire Explosion to now use the RHE animatronics into their location. Or else, they will be done. Destroyed. Rebranded. Reactivated. Except the reactivated part. Anyway, Aaron Fechter didn't want to. They pressured him. But at the end, Aaron Fechter decided to not give them the rights. He wanted to expand, just more than a family restaurants. Cartoons, reality show maybe, but he thought about it, they had the rights for the animatronics. Access to the shows. They could change the movements and what they say, and he could nothing about it. I respect his decisions. He preferred to end it than make it worse. They then agreed to now make it into all Chuck E. Cheese characters. Something that would make a Showbiz/Rock-afire fan cry and send a shiver down their spine. Something called Concept Unification. It was something where they would strip down the animatronics to their endoskeleton and make it to Chuck E. Cheese. Like Mitzi became Helen Henny, and Rolf the Wolf into Chuck E. Cheese. You can watch the full tape on YouTube, but if you like Showbiz, it will make you cry. When this happened, it was normally in 1991. Some locations still kept the Showbiz name, but inside there was Chuck E. Cheese. And some changed to the new Showbiz logo that stayed for 2 years. That's crazy. But then there was hope, a hope that would be crucial. A Showbiz Pizza-inspired place. It was called Billy Bob's Wonderland. It was opened in 1989. In Barboursville, West Virginia, and is still up to this day. The date I'm recording this video, May 5, 2023. It was Showbiz Pizza with the Rock-afire, with a new name, but wasn't owned by Showbiz Pizza Time Inc. Chuck E. Cheese remodeled into a new logo with the Showbiz Pizza logo heading into the millennium, the 2000s. Then slowly but surely, the Showbiz name was getting removed into the Chuck E. Cheese logo. Some people hated the remodel. They loved the Rock-afire better than what they called rip-offs basically. They hated it. Same with me. I wasn't able to live at the time, but I wanna visit Billy Bob's Wonderland. Welp Bye Guys Part 2 is next since 10 minutes is the limit, so bye, no outro today.
You keep that music thumping, to you it's easy. When you go 1, 2, and 3,